Good morning and welcome back to Jody Lewis Creations. This is the next morning, which is helpful. I thought it was Friday this morning when I got up. It's not, it's Wednesday. Oh my goodness. I was like, is it Friday? Is it Thursday? Oh, I guess it's only Wednesday, which is good because that's 2 extra days I have that I didn't think I had. Okay. I'm having my coffee currently, so I'm not quite awake yet. Chloe is wanting to play, so you may hear her. She's stalking me around the corner. This looks like a hot mess, but I want to tell you what I did. So yesterday when I was done filming, I backed the tags with some varying papers, packaging, and I don't know what the other one is, parchment paper, I think. But then I put books on them because I wanted to make sure they were flat because, you know, they were wonky and curly and all that when I did it. So that's something you can do. That's a tip for you. If you've got, you know, your wet glue and your pages are wanting to curl, then lay something heavy on top of it. Now, sometimes I will lay like a sheet of parchment or something over my item to ensure that if glue does seep out, it doesn't stick to my books. But as I said in the video yesterday, I was super tired, and honestly, that didn't occur to me. I did have a little bit of glue seepage there, and when I put them down, there was a little bit of seepage, so I was like wiping with a baby wipe to clean it up, but it never occurred to me to put the parchment paper down in between that and my books. Fortunately, they didn't stick. Okay, so there's that. Those, and then I have one more, which I thought was kind of, let's see, did this one stick? Kind of. Okay, so this one, I had this folded in my scraps. I think I was planning to make a little bag with it. So I think we're going to proceed with that plan because I think it looks cute. And we'll decorate it. Now, that's not a tag to meet the challenge for Luisa, but some of this, as you know, is just for me and I'm just having fun. It didn't occur to me, though, that I would want to ink around this before I did it. So I'm just going to try to gently fold that back and see if I can get some ink on there. Probably helps if I put some ink on my dauber. I was watching 49 Dragonflies this morning, and she's doing something, and I haven't even finished watching it. I don't know if she succeeded or not, but we're going to try it because it's a great idea, and it's another versatile way to use your dies. So we're going to see if it worked for her and go from there. So I just wanted to pop on and show you that aspect of the books, and I'm going to get these cut out. I will get my items out for the thing for Barbara's, what she's doing, and see if it will work, and get a piece made so we can talk about it. And then, or I guess I can get what I want to use and then come back and talk about it while I'm doing the first part of it, and then come back. So you can see I don't have glue all the way to the edges on this. Am I in screen? Here we go. But that's okay, I'll fix it. I'll fix that. It's not a big deal. And then how I was going to turn this into a bag is, let me fold that up a little bit more. Let's see how much reveal we have here. And this was just a scrap, so a little bit more. So I hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to my new subscribers. I see I have a few, so thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you'll enjoy what you see here. You never know what you're gonna get. Just depends on if my brain's working on the day that I'm trying to create and film. We have a busy life, especially right now. So, I mean, we all have busy lives. I guess I shouldn't be like, oh, I'm special. But it does matter. It makes a difference. And, okay, let me think about this because I'm actually doing the fold on the front of this. So how do I want to do my bottom? Well, that's not folded straight for one thing. That's all right, we'll fix it. I think I'm going to try to have my flaps to the inside. No. Okay, I'm thinking about this because typically this would be the back of your bag. Your folds would be to the back and your flap would be on the back. You wouldn't see that necessarily. and that's not going to be the case here. So I just want to make sure that when I cut this, I'm going to be able to seal the bag correctly. And I need to reinforce this edge because it will tear when we go to put something in here. Did I pack all my glue sticks already? No. Okay, I swear I'm going to clean up today. Or at some point, but my goal is to do it today. I'm just going to use another piece of parchment, so that way if it doesn't tear exact, it'll be okay. And I'm just going to go just right along that edge. Excuse me, I'm so sorry with my throat. Like I said, I just got up. I actually slept until 7:15 this morning, and it is only 7:50 right now. So I apologized to Mark. I'm like, I'm so sorry that I slept so late. And he was like, why are you sorry? But I feel bad because I usually get up 5:30, 6 o'clock. Not today. But I think that's just my body telling me to take a rest. So clean up my glue. And I don't need this mat out. I can put that away. Okay, so that's going to have to dry. And then, let's see. I hope everybody's doing well. Are your leaves changing? Our leaves are really pretty here right now. I mean, just spectacular leaves right now. I'm really excited to be able to see them. One thing is in the spring when we get back, and I do get my rooms moved, I am going to miss this one tree that's straight out this window that I find very inspiring. The tree's actually dying, but the colors are so spectacular in it. I just love seeing it every year. Okay, so I'm going to leave that middle flap. Oh, am I going to do that? No, I'm not. I'm overcomplicating this. Maybe I should drink some more coffee. Let me figure it out and I'll come back. Okay, I figured it out. Be glad that I paused you. It took me a little while, but here's what I came up with. So I had my flaps all folded up, and then I went ahead and I snipped, you know, all of them and just kept folding it on itself to figure out which flap I actually needed for this to still be the pocket and work. And so I ended up, I just left that inner flap, which is what I would do if this fold were on the back, right? But I'm gonna hide that fold to the inside. We're not gonna see it. So hopefully whatever we put in here won't actually hang on that or snag that when we are putting something in the pocket. And then I have this here that I'm just going, this is gonna be loud if I do this on screen. Hopefully not, but I'm just following this tear line as best as I can. And if it doesn't tear exactly, I'm not that worried about it because I'm just going to ink it anyway. But I'll stop talking for my crinkly loving friends. Okay, so it's not perfectly torn, but that's okay. I like yep, whatever that's called, texture that gives. Okay, and then this is too far over, and that's just that parchment that I used to back it. So let's just trim that down a little bit. And I want to ink that edge. Probably like watching glue dry, watching me ink, isn't it? And then that inner edge, are we gonna see any of that? Not really, but that's a little concerning to me for that to be my pocket because this is down below that level. Definitely need to get that a little bit lower. Not too much, I hope. I don't want to lose my terry bits, but I have to sacrifice a little bit. Well, that's all crazy looking. To make sure my back is gonna show. And then that looks like it's torn too. Oh my gosh, I think I have a frog this morning. Okay, so that is not what I intended to do when I started this video, but we're just gonna roll with it. And I'm going to get the stuff to, get the right glue, Jody, to do the thing that Barbara's doing. And then I'll be back, and then while that's drying, I can take a shower, drink my coffee, and kind of get my day going here. I don't have a list of to-dos yet, but it's so long, it's overwhelming to try to like write everything down. And it's all right. I will get my stuff done. You know, it's just a big project when we do what we're doing right now. Oh, I really like that. I really like that a lot. And the reason that I put that glue on this front flap versus here is because it doesn't go all the way to the edge, and I didn't want to over glue it. So now I don't have my glue seeping out, but I have my bit on there. And that's on that front panel, so maybe we'll, oh, hey, I just made a double tuck and didn't even mean to. I'm gonna leave it. I'm going to leave it. But we need to embellish it. I'll get these cut out. I'll get my piece prepared so we can talk about what I'm going to try to do, and then I will be back. Okay, so what I have here is a piece of just cardstock out of my scrap bin, and a piece of the fabric that we've used on our cover, and my PVA glue. I'm wondering if I shouldn't water that down a little bit for this, but we're gonna go with it. And then what we're going to do is glue this fabric to this. Owie, 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 owie. Man, I cut myself yesterday. Who did I cut myself? Thank goodness. I told you the story yesterday because I had a big band-aid on my thumb. Told you the story yesterday when I thought I was filming and I wasn't. But anyway, I cut myself when I was cutting some tomatoes to make a homemade tomato soup, to try to use tomatoes out of the garden. And oh, I cut myself so bad. I mean, thankfully, oh my gosh, he had just come in the door, and I was like, good timing, can you help me? Because I need a band-aid. And so he helped me, but I don't have very good kitchen knives, and I really should replace them because I do cook a lot. I have some new knives in the RV that I bought for the RV, but not for my house. Oh, I do have a couple of nice knives, but I was using one that's actually my better knife, and I just got myself really good. And oh, sorry, I'm like where I can see, not where you can see. I apologize. I'm just using my Dollar Tree silicone thingy here, brush. I don't know. Is that a brush? Makeup thingy? I don't know. Yes, it's a makeup applicator. Thank you. So I'm going to glue this down. Hopefully I have enough glue on there. I don't really want it to seep, but I want it to adhere. And get that smoothed down. And now this has to dry, because what we're going to do is run this through our die cutting machine and get some shapes. And I figure out what shapes I want, and probably not anything uber exciting. And I think I'll be able to use these on these tags, so I'll have to make sure my bits are the right size. But if not, of course, we'll have them for use in the journal itself, as you know, I work in that. Okay, so that's gonna have to dry. Don't want to run wet glue with my dies and stuff. That could, I mean, I could wash them, but I can wait a minute for that. So while I'm waiting on that to dry, oh, hey, let's just get glue everywhere. I will cut these out, these other ones out, and get some stuff to decorate, and then that'll give this time to dry, and we'll see what happens, because I don't know. I'm not done watching her video. Okay, it is much, much later in the day. I have 2 bits left, plus the little bag to decorate. And what I was wanting to try is to die cut this fabric that's glued to this cardstock. And so I'm going to try to just maximize this piece because obviously I don't want to waste any of my fabric. I have one die here that I have just laid on here, and then I have extra space. So I thought, well, how fun it would be to do a tag out of the other if I can get it to lay down. And that would maximize using this piece of fabric, and then it leaves me a little rectangle. I know you can't see. It leaves me a little rectangle that I can hopefully use for a pocket. And I have to get my everything lined up here. It's thick, it's not wanting to go. Well, it might help if I had my handle all the way on. Okay, so it's not wanting to go. So I think because I have that fabric, it's a little bit thicker, we'll take that plate out and see. No, that's not enough. I really dislike when it does this. Okay, let me fight with this and see if I can get it to cut out, but I wanted to do it with you so we would see if it goes or not. But I don't think it's not too thick. I mean, we cut file folders and stuff, so I have to figure this out. Just kidding. Okay, it went. I just had to be a little bit more aggressive with it than I like to be. Oh, I don't like doing it like that. Oh, hopefully it cut. Let's see if it cut. Oh, I don't know if it cut, you guys. I'm afraid to take it off because then if it didn't cut, I'll never line them back up. So let's try to run it through one more time. Oh. And hope I have it in the same spot. Goodness. All right, let's see what we've got. And then once I'm done with these, I'm not playing anymore until I clean up my room because I feel like I'm grounded right now. Oh, I think it went. May need a little bit of help with a sharp knife. This is probably not new to you guys, but it's new to me. Hi, honey. Are you going to go? Sorry about that. Mark's going to go mow. Oh, look, it didn't cut all the way on this end, but okay, let's get our cutter bees. That's okay. I can make this work. As long as I can get this out of here, I can make it work. So what I'm just doing is trying to see where those fibers are holding and trimming that down. And I'm really not surprised that it didn't cut on this end because of the way that it actually went through the machine. It was kind of weird, and it's an experiment, and that's okay because we are just trying new things and I'm being a little free today. Oh yeah, that's gonna be fun. And then this one is also gonna be fun. And I'm hoping I can do this and then have a negative space that we can use also, because that would be really fun. So I'm just kind of thinking my way through it as we're going along here. I don't know what I'm doing, at all. But I think this one cut okay. I mean, obviously not all the way, but... And I don't have that like magic mat thing or whatever. I tried that Dollar Tree hack with their Dollar Tree cutting mats, and yeah, no. Okay, so on this one, I want to look at the back of this and using my cork-backed ruler. Are you guys tired of hearing me say that yet? I want to be able to see what I'm doing. Of course, if I didn't have stuff everywhere, I could see better. So what I'm going to do is just cut this with my sharp knife, just right along there. And hopefully I got a straight edge, because then this should pop out in a perfect world. pop out of there. Okay. Just needs a little finessing, that's all. Just needs a little finesse. Doesn't help that I really do need to get some glasses. I can't see. Okay, so that leaves us this bit, which, ooh, and the top of that is kind of fun. But anyway, for a pocket, which we'll get to. We will get to that. So I want to try to get these bits out without damaging too terribly much. And I may not be able to, but we'll see what we can do. Trying not to fray this a whole lot. I wouldn't mind a little, but I don't want a lot of fraying. Okay, you're not gonna cooperate, so we may have to take it up one bit. Oh no, I think that'll be okay. Just talking my way through it, you guys, that's all. Just gonna try to clip that out so I could see that like a detailed one might be a little difficult to do, but hey, we don't know if we don't try, right? And this might give us another option for how to use our dies, and so that could be fun. And I don't mind the threads because I'm leaving threads on pretty much everything I've done today, which I will show you. Of course I will show you, but I want to get these finished. Is this like watching paint dry, me popping these out? I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, I like it. So then what I thought was like, this could be like a pocket on here. Maybe. I don't know. What about like, well, I don't know if I like that after all. All that work, I don't know if I like it. What if I make that a pocket and put that in there as a tag? Well, now I have to think about that. But this looks cool. So I want to stencil on this and just make that a tag to go in a pocket. But that was pretty good. I would say that was a success. I like that. If I were good enough with my sewing machine, I would sew in those holes, but I don't think I'm that good, especially today. Okay, so, what about this piece? To make that, no, it's not wide enough what's left. Is it? It might be. It just might be. It's clearly not glued to the edge. I don't have any idea what I'm doing. I'm just playing with this because I saw her do it, and of course it worked for her, but I know that her bits were coming loose too in her video. So I thought that was kind of interesting, but I thought we would give it a go. Because it doesn't hurt to try something new. I don't really want that red showing, so I'm just trying to trim that off. Now that makes a fun little pocket on there, doesn't it? Definitely needs stitched around. Okay, so these we're gonna have to come back to. We'll come back to these. I'm not going to call it a failed experiment because I have the tag and I really like that. But I'm going to come back to those because that's certainly not the result that I was after. Okay, so I'm done. I actually still have a bigger piece that I haven't decided what to do with, but I have 4 tags to meet Luise's challenge. And so I'm going to stop there so that way I can get my stuff cleaned up. But I love them. They're all just a little bit different. And so I really like that about them. And I want to just show you, you know, you're not bound by just like one thing. Some of this was just stuff laying on my desk, like the scrap of ticking. That is drywall tape from when I was pulling the wallpaper off of the walls in the other room. And oh, I didn't finish that. I know what I've got to do. We need to add some black bling to that. Hang on just one second. I thought I was done. But I'll tell you, I had a lot of fun doing this. And I like the process a lot. And stop saying Jody. Fine, and I said it again. Oh my goodness. I really like the process a lot. The reason that I like the process is, in case you didn't notice, I was getting really excited. Let's speak English today. I was getting very excited yesterday with the getting messy process. And to be perfectly honest, my mind needed to get messy like that. And you know, if you've been following me, you know how much I have going on in my life right now. And so I just really wanted the opportunity. The worst time with trying to use tweezers. I admire those of you who can do it. I struggle with them. But anyway, that will dry clear. So I know it looks white right now, but I'm not worried about it. This is the Beacon embellishment glue that I have in that bottle. Okay, but they're all different. And what I love about them being so different is I used the same background for all of them, as you know. And I just was looking at like, okay, what's laying around? This is a scrap of trim from the vintage spool swap that I did. It was just where I straightened up an edge and I cut it, and I thought, oh, that would be kind of cute for the bird to stand on. Again, this is drywall tape from taking wallpaper off, and it came off with the wallpaper. This is a scrap of ticking from our spine. And then this literally just came in the mail today. This is a postage stamp that let me cover addresses here. I just pulled off this. It's a birthday card that came in the mail today. And I liked the design on it, and the blue was perfect. So I said, well, I want to use that on one of these tags. This is a scrap of just coffee dyed muslin that I had laying here. So that's perfect. This one is a little bit of a different story. I actually went in my bins because if you've been following me at all, you know I absolutely love the Alan Brooks illustrations of birds. They're just absolutely perfect. I love them. This is a rub-on, and this is a rub-on. This is some just pink cheesecloth that I have. This is cut out of a book, literally a scrap of music paper that was laying here. So this one actually wasn't just what was laying on my desk, but anyway, I love how it turned out. Love it, love it, love it. I really enjoyed this one, and I love this is a World War II letter, and it says parcel, and I thought, well, how fun since I have the stamp on there. I just happened to look at the letter and see the word. This is a Tim Holtz die, and then this was the scrap of just the backing that was laying here. So I went ahead and used the flourish stamp in the abandoned coral and just put a little bit of interest on that brown so that that wasn't so plain, but it also ties that abandoned coral into the front. And then obviously the blue pulls in the Uncharted Mariner. On Learning to Fly, I did gold gild around that a little bit. And then here we have another piece of the thread from working on the dash mat. And this is the saying out of that stamp set my friend sent me that she just got at a yard sale. And these are dies that I already had done. Like this was a leftover from when I did the waterfall folio, and it's a foiled wildflower cutout. And I really would like to make some more of those. I love working with those. And then just a couple of bits. And this guy, he was already embossed. I had him from something else and he didn't work, so I just threw him in with the rest of the birds, and I thought, well, he just adds a little bit of shine to match that one. And then all of them are backed again with that packing paper. Okay, so these are all fantastic bits to work with. I did not embellish my little pocket, but I will. But for the sake of the Luise's 40,000 giveaway, I'm very happy with these. I'm very thrilled. I was having difficulty with composition, so I sent this to my friend and I said, I'm really struggling with composition today. And she said she really liked it as it was, so I went with it. So anyway, you know, just look on your desk if you're like me, and I know many of us are like me, and you have a big old mess on your desk and an avalanche waiting to happen, which I'm going to take care of. When I'm done filming this, I've got to swap laundry, and then I'm going to do some cleanup. But just play. I mean, make yourself a board like we did in the last video. Play with, you know, your paints, your inks, your stains, whatever. You can make one out of fabric. You can make one just out of paper. You have so many options. You truly are only limited by your own imagination with the background. I strongly encourage you to play. And I also want to remind you that truly it's just paper. And while yes, our supplies are expensive, it's okay. You're not going to really learn what your supplies do unless you play with them. And if you didn't watch the last video, I encourage you to go back and watch part 1, because you will hear my own enthusiasm when I realized how the distress paints worked. So excited. I mean, I absolutely loved them. You'll see I only put one tie on this little tag because these are going to be journaling cards, or I may even make that as a tuck spot somewhere. I don't know, but like I love, love, love this one. Now I did stitch this one in a square way, so I can't really cut without messing up my stitching, but this is rounded, so it will go in a pocket nicely. And you guys know my obsession with a ticket shape, so hopefully you can see that that's ticket shaped. And then the tag shape. So also wanted to show you some variation in your shapes and sizes. As you can see here, we have these two are pretty much the same size, or there's a little bit of difference, but these are obviously completely different. So even if you make your one background piece, you can turn it into a multitude of options, and as you decorate the different ones, you won't even realize that it's the same, but you have some continuity in the background, which is really nice. And you can choose, you know, if you use 2 or 3 colors, I wouldn't go with more than that as your base colors, then you can say, what do I want to pull from that background? I kind of pulled the pinks and blues and the gold here. Those all are pulling from the background. I went with the, you know, the abandoned coral and the blue on this one, and I didn't splatter this in gold. It did cross my mind, but I didn't want to do that. I don't want to take away from like the ticking and stuff, but I did put the gold on the label. On this one, I really just pulled the blue. There's a nuance of pink with that cheesecloth. Sorry. And then on this one, I wanted to pull that blue. But like I said, that stamp came in the mail today. And I said, I know what I'm putting on my tag. So, yeah, just, I really, really, really hope that this encourages you to play. And if you do play, please let me know. Did it go well? Are you struggling? Did you learn something? Because regardless, every time we do something like this, we learn. And I will get off my soapbox now, but I do hope you enjoyed this process. I really hope that you enjoyed seeing these come to life, and just please leave me feedback and let me know what your thoughts are. I will definitely see you in the next video, which is probably going to be a video about packing or organizing or whatever, because now I'm starting to really stress out about being ready to leave. I keep thinking of things that I haven't packed yet for my crafting stuff, and I don't want to get on the road and be like, forgot my gesso, or forgot that color ink, or, you know, stuff like that. And I really should just plan for this far more in the future than just a couple of weeks. But hey, it's life. It's an adventure. So thanks for joining me. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.